The Macaco is basically a one-handed back handspring. To prepare for this, we're gonna start in a bridge position. In the bridge, my hands are gonna be pointed the opposite direction. I'm gonna bridge my hips. From here, I'm gonna look over one shoulder as I reach my other arm. I'm gonna do that to both sides. So as I bridge my hips, looking over one shoulder, reaching, thinking about looking over the shoulder, reaching straight back. As I'm doing this, I wanna make sure I'm spotting the ground. After doing that, I wanna decide which arm is gonna be my base arm, which arm is gonna be my swinging arm. The next progression from there, same bridge position, hips up, base arm planted. My other arm's gonna come from straight as I reach straight back. So I'm thinking about looking back, reaching straight back as I pop my hips. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of a jump. To create some timing and get used to jumping as I reach. Again, I'm still looking over my shoulder, finding the ground as I reach my arm straight back and add that little bit of a jump. From there, I'm gonna try to then jump to the side. So I still have my base arm, I'm still on my bridge. As I drive this arm back and look back and jump, I'm gonna jump my feet to the side. Make sure you're jumping with both feet, spotting the ground, spotting your landing. You wanna make sure your base arm is in a position that you unwind and twist around it. You don't wanna be in a position where if you twist into it, you're gonna hurt your elbow. I unwind my hand. The importance of having my fingers pointed in that opposite direction. We eventually wanna try to then not just jump to the side, but jump behind. This is probably the hardest progression because we're not adding momentum yet. So do your best with this, but really focus on driving that arm, driving those hips and jumping so that when we do add momentum and you tie those in, it'll come much easier. So again, instead of jumping to the side, I'm gonna try to jump behind me. So really driving that arm, spotting my landing back there, popping my hips, jumping at the same time. The next progression is to add all that from standing. So I'm gonna stand, I'm gonna squat lower to my base arm, and then go into my bridge as I look over, throw my arm. Not jumping over just yet. So squatting, finding my base arm, popping my hips, looking over, driving my arm. So I'm gonna lower to my hand and then move into it from standing. From there, you can kind of jump to your hand. Again, maintaining that momentum, that's what's gonna keep your arm safe. Don't jump, stop, and try to have all your weight on that extended arm.